Good morning, folks. Fellowship Gardener here. It is Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. I just had a few things here that I want to put together quickly. This is nothing special, and it's probably a no-brainer for most people. I contemplated not even making a video about it because, yeah, it's so simple. It's like, duh. But I'm going to show it to you anyway real quick. I have, most of this stuff came from my garden, with the exception of this onion and these two peppers were purchased. And of course the tomato sauce and the crushed tomatoes over here. Crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce. So, I'm going to do a little extra virgin olive oil in the pan, heat it up, put a couple cloves of garlic, which this wasn't grown in my garden either, this was from a farmer's market. Few onions that were in my garden, the probably one remaining last Carmen pepper that was I picked just this morning. Those are really winding down. I think that's probably going to be it for those. And some grape and cherry tomatoes, just a small handful I picked this morning. And I'm gonna put the onion, the garlic, the pepper in this pan with the oil. Sear it up a little. I like to get the garlic a little brown and crunchy. Then I'm going to cut up this zucchini, which actually this didn't come from my garden either. It came from a lady at church, gave it to my wife. And, you know, to me this is probably about as big as I would ever go. She grew them a little bigger, which teach their own. So I'm going to cut those up. I got some dehydrated kale powder I dehydrated, and I got some dehydrated onion powder that I also dehydrated, so I'm going to put a little of that in as well just for seasonings. I'm going to throw it all in the crock pot and stew it up in a nice tomatoey, almost like a tomato sauce, but it'll be more veggies than sauce. And then what we do is we break it into little containers, freeze it up, and we already have a bunch in the freezer. And every batch is a little different depending on what you put in it, of course. And then we break it out in the winter. We could have it as a side dish with a meal. We could put it over rice, over pasta, and it's just a nice thing to have a freezer full of. This is probably the 4th or 5th batch I made this summer. As I said, everyone's a little different. Oh, I'm going to put some black beans in them too. I got them in the fridge that were cooked last week. Or the other day. I don't know when did I do them. Saturday. So I gotta actually freeze those. But I'm gonna probably take a cup or two of the black beans and throw it in there as well. And I'll have a nice veggie stew. I'll show it to you when it's done. Okay. I have here the onion, the garlic, and the Carmen pepper. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. No, I cannot. I'm going to put the camera down. Alright. Just going to let that brown up, cut up everything else, and throw it in the crock pot. Alright, this is just about ready to go in. I'm going to shut it off. A little stir, it's nice and brown. Now, also, sometimes I didn't have any today, but if I had, I'm trying to switch hands here. If I had some meat, this is the stage I would do the meat at too. And what I would do is I would sear it up. You could do pork, chicken, beef, whatever you got. I'd sear it up so that it was nice and brown and crusty on both sides. And I'm going to add this to the sauce, which is in the crock pot. Put the camera down for a minute. Sorry about that. I really have to get a tripod. But yeah, that's it. I'll stir it in, and over here I have the dried kale and the onion powder, and I put some basil leaves. I had them drying there. Well, they're probably 3/4 of the way dry. Guess what? Put them in anyway. Stir all that in, and yeah. Alright, so now I have the couple zucchinis, a orange and yellow bell pepper, and the onion. I got the sauce simmering, and I'm going to add this and hope everything fits. And I definitely got to get a tripod for this camera. I apologize for my camera work. Yeah, it looks like everything barely fit, which is okay, because as it cooks and stews, it'll go down. I'm going to cover that. It's on low. Just going to let it sit, and I'll taste it later on and add salt and pepper as needed. Quick, easy, and very versatile. Like I said, I'll break it into little, I don't know, half-quart containers. Throw it in the fridge, or a freezer rather, and have it this winter. Have it as a side dish, a little vegetable stew, or put it over some rice or some pasta, or just eat it plain for lunch. Alright, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot, I have these cayenne peppers drying here on the windowsill. I added half of one, so I don't like it very spicy, neither does my wife. Just for a little bit of spice. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. God bless you.